Okay, so this was a filter I bought off Amazon just to check out if Amazon can keep up with the quality. It's another Chinese version of something. It looks interesting. Now, there's some of the details on it. This one is 5 watt. They actually have 5 watt and a 6 watt UV. So, yes, it has a UV built in. Let's have a look. So, this product must be fully submerged. Okay, must be fully submerged. It has a spray bar. It also has a good set of filtration, basically a sponge filter. I'm not sure wave maker where that comes from. Okay, it's got a lot of things on here that are all the same, but it does have a UV. So we're going to take it out of the box and we're going to see how good this is. This was less than all the major people, and it was about £30 sterling. So let's have a look. Okay, so here's the obligatory unboxing. So this is the main unit. This is a heavy lump, to be fair. This comes in at, let's have a look, about 11 inches or 29 centimeters. I don't know if you can see that. So that's a heavy unit. Bearing in mind it has a UV inside it. We have a spray bar, some smallish suckers, not too bad, and all the bits and unions to go with it. A little piece of airline, yeah, silicone airline, not too bad. And of course the typical Chinese instruction manual, which is fully detailed. I mean, there it is, which is, yeah, excellent. So why did I buy this? The first reason I bought this is because it's cheap. Okay, now there's a lot of powered sponge filters, and by what I mean by that, there's no place for media. This has a UV. Okay, so I want to take it down now. To take it apart, you literally just twist and it comes apart. And looking at it, right, so all the water goes up through the bottom, and then I should imagine, let's take this one apart. Yeah, there you go. So it comes in through that and then up through this, and as the water rises through the sponges, it gets zapped by the UV. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's exactly how it happens. And there's the seal for that. So you've got to make sure that that seal's on there as well. But yeah, that's exactly what happens. Okay, so let's put it back together. This is a 500 watt unit. It seems a bit big for a 500 watt unit. Okay, so let's put all the bits on. Let's see how we're going to run this. Bear with me. Okay, this is a spare seal that you can also get with the kit. And that's for the UV. It comes in a little crystal thing. So let's have a look what we've got in the bag. I like the idea that it goes in through one spot. I think every filter needs to actually have flow. That way you can flow it through something. Okay. A little bit of cheap plastic, but still. Okay, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Okay, so they just slide on. They're not really fixed too well. Yeah, they're going to be a pain to get on, aren't they? Let's give it the old bit of breath. There you go. Bit of breath. So the top ones are damn sight worse than the others. I might give them a bit. Ah, there we go. Let's try the other one. It's always best to try and pull these on rather than push them, because obviously you squash the rubber. There you go. So that will come off when it's in the tank. This is quite an interesting thing. So it's not going to be too powerful, which is good. Okay, so you can put, oh I see, so you can put an oxygenator on there as well. That's probably what this is for, which is good. Okay, so you have to put, okay, so you have a reducer, and then that goes on. So that's quite straightforward. You can have this in different configurations. There's plenty of pieces. So if that's sitting in the tank and you wanted it to just go straight down, you could. That goes on there. So you could have it at the side as well. So I think we should get this wet and see just exactly what it does. I don't expect it to do what it says on the tin, but it's quite a lump for a 100 litre tank maybe. But don't forget there's no biomedia. Alright, I'm going to set up the aquatic centre, or my kitchen, and we'll get it, have a look at. Just a couple of notes, by the way. This is about 1 metre long cable, which is obviously good. It does have adjustment, flow adjustment. I don't know if you can see that, if it's picking up on that. Which is this, and you turn it. It's literally, you can pull this out completely, and it's just literally a paddle. And then you could put your aerator in there if you wanted to. But for the point of this, I'm just going to put it on max, and I'm going to see how much flow we get out of it. So let's get it wet. Okay, so here we are. Got it in there. It does have to be fully submerged, it said. But for this, I've just raised it up a little bit so we can see the kind of flow rate we're going to get out of it. It is fully adjustable. It's quite easy to actually move this around. But be careful, because if you move it too far, that comes off and the impeller's just sitting there. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Absolutely nothing. Okay, here we go. I'm not joking. There you go. There you go. Right. And there you go. And this, let's turn it, see what happens. There you go, you can virtually turn it off and back on again. Quite a good flow rate actually. I like that, that's quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bit on, and then we're going to see how that functions as well. I'll give you 2 seconds to set it up. Okay. That is now fully submerged, and that is on. So 3, 2, 1. That's not a bad flow. From what I consider a sub-premium filter, that ain't bad. Now it does take a while to prime. I'm going to put this off in a minute so you can actually hear the motor, but let's have a look. You can might better see the adjustment a bit better now. So There you go. You could probably run that on a better tank. A little bit of moisture, there's a little bit of flow coming out of there, so where's that vibration? No, that's it. So let's turn it back on. Yeah, that'd be a good little filter, I reckon. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just take that all off and we'll just see about flow and what have you. But at the moment, it's looking good. Right. That is really quiet. Okay, so hang on, let me turn it on and off. You can see it's turned, right. That's off. And on. It's not bad at all. It actually quietens down when you give it a bit of restriction there. There's a little bit of air in there, so I reckon this is one of those types of filter that just gets quieter over time. Let's have a look. I'm quite impressed, okay? I mean, if I run it like that, the water outweighs the humming from the motor. So I kind of like that, but you do have to have it fully submerged. You can't have this out at all. Probably why you have to take this out and the adjuster out, put the airline on, which I'll do in a minute. Let me just put the airline on and see how that looks. And that's the filter with the aerator on. Which you can fully adjust it, by the way. You can actually turn it off using this. There you go. So that's quite a good idea. If you hear it through there, see? So that's good. I like the filter. I'm going to give it my thumbs up, but we're going to do a full test like we normally do. I'm going to see if I can actually see the UV working as well, so bear with me on that one. Okay, so I've taken all that apart. I don't recommend doing this, by the way, but it's just to show you the UV. So you ready? 3, 2, 1, and there you have it. UV maybe flickering, but it's a solid light here. It's probably because of the frame rates on the phone, and obviously it's not spinning properly, so I don't want to leave it on too long. There you have it. So let's have a look at the pros and cons. Okay, pros and cons. Well, the pros are quite easy. The price is extremely cheap for a UV related filter. The kit you get with it: spray bar, oxygenator, a spare seal for the UV, which is this part here. It's quite good. The flow rate for a 500 litre an hour, when I done the milk carton test, came out at 320, but that's with all the media, so that was kind of expected. And the cons, well, the cons are obvious. One, I couldn't find a replacement UV bulb. However, I have been told I was looking in the wrong place. I shouldn't have looked at Amazon, I should have gone to the website. Okay, fair comment. It's 11 watt. 11 watt if you're going to be running sort of 100 litres, 100 litre tank is quite a lot, which is, you know, okay. It's okay. I mean, it's just a lot for me. The cons also, the plastic is rather cheap, and I think over time this is going to get more loose and more loose, so we've got to be careful of that. But the kit's okay. You know, you could keep this in your tank, and I reckon you'll get at least 3 to 5 years out of it before you really need to think about changing the whole filter. You know, you might have to do some routine maintenance like you would do on any filter, and I don't think these suckers are going to last that long either. They're really hard, and they come off every 5 minutes. Every time you move it, it comes off. And the fact that you can't run this out of the water too much, I mean, if you could run it out of the water that much, it'd be a lot easier to adjust everything, and you wouldn't need all the piping for the air. But okay guys, thanks for watching. Got some other stuff coming, got a light coming soon, so do stay tuned. Any questions, please put in the comments, and you know the usual stuff you got to do. Take care, have a great one.